Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Understanding fixed mindset versus growth mindset. The concepts of fixed mindset and growth mindset were popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, whose groundbreaking research on motivation, learning, and achievement revolutionized how we understand human potential and development. These two mindsets represent fundamentally different ways of perceiving abilities, challenges, effort, and success. A fixed mindset is characterized by the belief that intelligence, talents, and abilities are static traits, essentially that they are innate and unchangeable. People with a fixed mindset often believe that they are born with a certain level of skill or intelligence, and there is little they can do to alter it. In contrast, a growth mindset is rooted in the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. Individuals with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to grow, view effort as a path to mastery, and believe that they can improve over time with dedication and practice. These two perspectives profoundly influence how people approach learning, handle setbacks, and achieve their goals, with far-reaching implications for personal and professional success. At its core, the distinction between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset lies in how individuals perceive their potential. In a fixed mindset, potential is seen as a finite resource, something that is predetermined by genetics or early experiences. For example, someone with a fixed mindset might say, "I'm just not good at math," or "I'm not a creative person," implying that these limitations are permanent. This mindset often leads to a fear of failure, as failure is interpreted as a reflection of one's inherent worth or ability. Conversely, in a growth mindset, potential is viewed as malleable and expandable. A person with a growth mindset might say, "I'm not good at math yet, but I can improve with practice," or "I can develop my creativity by learning new techniques." This mindset fosters resilience, as failure is seen not as a judgment of one's worth, but as a stepping stone to improvement. Understanding these mindsets is crucial because they shape not only how individuals approach challenges, but also how they respond to criticism, view others' success, and ultimately define their achievements. Origins and development of mindsets. The development of fixed and growth mindsets often begins in childhood, influenced by a variety of factors, including parenting, education, and societal messages. Carol Dweck's research highlights how praise and feedback play a pivotal role in shaping mindsets. For instance, children who are consistently praised for their intelligence or talent, "You're so smart," rather than their effort, "You worked really hard on that," are more likely to develop a fixed mindset. This type of praise reinforces the idea that ability is innate, leading children to equate their worth with their performance and to avoid challenges that might reveal their perceived limitations. On the other hand, children who are praised for their effort, strategies, or persistence, "I love how you kept trying different approaches until you solved the problem," are more likely to develop a growth mindset. This type of praise emphasizes the value of process over outcome, encouraging children to see challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as threats to their self-esteem. Educational systems also play a significant role in fostering or inhibiting mindsets. In traditional educational environments, where standardized tests and grades are often the primary measures of success, students may be inadvertently encouraged to adopt a fixed mindset. For example, a student who receives a low grade on a math test might conclude, "I'm not a math person," especially if the feedback focuses solely on the result rather than the learning process. In contrast, educational approaches that emphasize mastery learning, where students are encouraged to improve through iterative practice and feedback, foster a growth mindset. Teachers who create a classroom culture that celebrates effort, learning from mistakes, and incremental progress help students internalize the belief that abilities can be developed. Beyond childhood, societal messages such as media portrayals of geniuses or cultural narratives about natural talent can further reinforce a fixed mindset, while messages that highlight the power of perseverance and learning can promote a growth mindset. Fixed mindset. Characteristics and implications. A fixed mindset manifests in several distinct characteristics, each of which has significant implications for behavior, motivation, and achievement. One hallmark of a fixed mindset is the avoidance of challenges. Because individuals with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are static, they often shy away from tasks that might expose their perceived deficiencies. For example, a student with a fixed mindset might avoid taking an advanced science course, fearing that struggling in the class would confirm they are not smart enough. This avoidance of challenges limits opportunities for growth and reinforces a cycle of stagnation, as the individual misses out on experiences that could help them develop new skills or knowledge. In contrast, someone with a growth mindset would see the same challenging course as an opportunity to learn, even if it involves initial struggle. Another key characteristic of a fixed mindset is a tendency to give up easily in the face of obstacles. When effort does not yield immediate success, individuals with a fixed mindset may interpret this as evidence that they lack the necessary ability, leading them to abandon the task. For instance, an employee with a fixed mindset who struggles to master a new software system might conclude, "I'm just not a tech person," and stop trying, potentially missing out on career advancement opportunities. This contrasts sharply with a growth mindset where obstacles are viewed as part of the learning process, and persistence is seen as essential to overcoming them. Additionally, people with a fixed mindset often feel threatened by the success of others. Seeing a peer excel in an area where they struggle can trigger feelings of inadequacy or jealousy, as it reinforces their belief in fixed hierarchies of ability. In contrast, those with a growth mindset are more likely to feel inspired by others' success, viewing it as evidence of what is possible with effort and learning. The implications of a fixed mindset extend beyond individual behavior to impact relationships, workplaces, and society at large. In relationships, a fixed mindset can lead to rigid expectations and a lack of adaptability. For example, someone with a fixed mindset might believe that a good relationship is one where both partners are inherently compatible without needing to work on communication or conflict resolution. When challenges arise, they may conclude that the relationship is doomed, rather than seeing difficulties as opportunities to grow together. In the workplace, a fixed mindset can stifle innovation and collaboration, as employees may avoid taking risks or sharing ideas for fear of being judged as incompetent. On a societal level, a fixed mindset can perpetuate inequalities, as it often leads to stereotypes about who is naturally talented in certain fields. Men are better at math, or some groups are less intelligent, ignoring the role of effort, opportunity, and systemic factors in shaping outcomes. Growth mindset, characteristics and implications. In contrast to the limitations imposed by a fixed mindset, a growth mindset offers a pathway to resilience, achievement, and fulfillment. One of the defining characteristics of a growth mindset is an embrace of challenges. Individuals with a growth mindset see difficult tasks as opportunities to stretch their abilities, even if they risk failure. For example, a student with a growth mindset might eagerly enroll in a challenging course, knowing that the effort required will lead to greater understanding regardless of the final grade. This willingness to tackle challenges fosters a cycle of continuous learning, as each new experience builds skills, knowledge, and confidence. Unlike the fixed mindset's avoidance of effort, a growth mindset views effort as a necessary and valuable part of the learning process. Rather than seeing struggle as a sign of inadequacy, individuals with a growth mindset interpret it as evidence that they are pushing their boundaries and expanding their capabilities. Another key feature of a growth mindset is resilience in the face of setbacks. When faced with failure, individuals with a growth mindset are more likely to analyze what went wrong, seek feedback, and try new strategies rather than giving up. For instance, an entrepreneur with a growth mindset whose business venture fails might reflect on the lessons learned, adjust their approach, and launch a new venture rather than concluding they are not cut out for business. This resilience is closely tied to a growth mindset's emphasis on learning from criticism. While a fixed mindset often leads to defensiveness in response to feedback, "They're just trying to tear me down," a growth mindset encourages individuals to see criticism as valuable information that can help them improve. Additionally, people with a growth mindset tend to find inspiration in the success of others rather than feeling threatened. They might think, if they can achieve that, I can learn to do it too, using others' accomplishments as motivation to pursue their own goals. The implications of a growth mindset are transformative across various domains. In education, students with a growth mindset are more likely to persist through academic challenges, seek help when needed, and ultimately achieve higher levels of mastery. In the workplace, a growth mindset fosters innovation, as employees are willing to take risks, experiment with new ideas, and learn from mistakes. This mindset also enhances collaboration, as individuals are less likely to feel threatened by their colleagues' success and more likely to view teamwork as an opportunity for mutual growth. In relationships, a growth mindset encourages partners to work through conflicts, develop better communication skills, and view challenges as opportunities to strengthen their bond. On a societal level, promoting a growth mindset can help dismantle stereotypes and inequalities by emphasizing the potential for all individuals to develop their abilities, regardless of their starting point or background. Comparing fixed and growth mindsets in practice. To illustrate the practical differences between fixed and growth mindsets, consider their application in various real-world scenarios. In education, a student with a fixed mindset who struggles with writing might avoid creative writing assignments, believing they are not a writer. When they receive a low grade, they may feel discouraged and stop trying, interpreting the feedback as confirmation of their lack of talent. In contrast, a student with a growth mindset facing the same challenge might seek out additional resources such as writing workshops or peer feedback, viewing the low grade as an opportunity to identify areas for improvement. Over time, the growth mindset student is likely to make significant progress, while the fixed mindset student remains stagnant, reinforcing their initial belief in their limitations. In the workplace, the contrast between fixed and growth mindsets can be equally stark. An employee with a fixed mindset might avoid taking on a new project that requires skills they haven't yet mastered, fearing that failure would expose their incompetence. If they do take on the project and encounter difficulties, they might give up quickly or blame external factors such as a lack of support from their team. Conversely, an employee with a growth mindset would approach the same project with curiosity, viewing it as a chance to develop new skills. If they encounter obstacles, they would seek feedback, research solutions, and persist until they succeed, ultimately enhancing their capabilities and value to the organization. These differences not only affect individual performance, but also shape team dynamics, as a growth mindset fosters a culture of learning and collaboration, while a fixed mindset can create a competitive, fear-based environment. In personal relationships, mindsets influence how individuals navigate conflict and growth. A person with a fixed mindset might believe that a successful relationship requires inherent compatibility, leading them to view disagreements as signs of irreconcilable differences. If their partner suggests areas for improvement, they might become defensive, interpreting the feedback as an attack on their character. In contrast, a person with a growth mindset would see disagreements as opportunities to learn more about their partner and develop better communication skills. They would view feedback as a chance to grow, both individually and as a couple, fostering a more resilient and adaptive relationship. These examples highlight how mindsets shape not only individual outcomes, but also the broader systems and relationships in which individuals operate. Shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset. While mindsets can become deeply ingrained, they are not immutable. One of the most empowering aspects of Dweck's research is the recognition that individuals can shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset through intentional effort and practice. This shift begins with awareness, recognizing the signs of a fixed mindset, such as avoiding challenges, giving up easily, or feeling threatened by others' success. Once these patterns are identified, individuals can begin to reframe their thoughts and behaviors. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm not good at this," they can adopt the phrase, "I'm not good at this yet," adding the word "yet" to emphasize the potential for growth. Similarly, instead of viewing failure as a reflection of their worth, they can see it as a source of information, asking themselves, "What can I learn from this experience?" Practical strategies for fostering a growth mindset include setting learning goals rather than performance goals, seeking feedback, and celebrating effort rather than outcomes. For instance, a student might set a goal to learn 3 new strategies for solving algebra problems rather than get an A on the next test, focusing on the process of improvement rather than the result. Seeking feedback, even when it is critical, is another powerful tool, as it provides insights into areas for growth. Additionally, reflecting on past successes and identifying the effort and strategies that led to those achievements can reinforce the belief that abilities can be developed. Over time, these practices help rewire thought patterns, making a growth mindset the default approach to challenges and opportunities. Broader implications and applications. The distinction between fixed and growth mindsets has profound implications for addressing societal challenges, particularly in areas such as education reform, workplace productivity, and social equity. In education, schools and teachers can foster growth mindsets by creating environments that emphasize effort, learning from mistakes, and incremental progress. This might involve restructuring assessment systems to focus on mastery rather than grades, training teachers to provide process-oriented feedback, and teaching students explicitly about the malleability of intelligence. Such interventions have been shown to improve academic performance, particularly among students from disadvantaged backgrounds who may be more likely to internalize fixed mindset beliefs due to societal stereotypes or limited opportunities. In the workplace, organizations can promote growth mindsets by cultivating cultures of learning and innovation. This might involve rewarding employees for taking risks, providing opportunities for skill development, and modeling a growth mindset at the leadership level. For example, a manager who openly discusses their own mistakes and the lessons learned demonstrates that growth is valued over perfection, encouraging employees to adopt a similar approach. Such cultures not only enhance individual performance, but also drive organizational success by fostering adaptability and creativity, qualities that are increasingly essential in a rapidly changing global economy. On a societal level, promoting a growth mindset can help challenge stereotypes and reduce inequalities. For instance, stereotypes about gender, race, or socioeconomic status often reinforce fixed mindset beliefs, such as the idea that certain groups are inherently less capable in specific domains. By emphasizing the potential for growth and the role of effort and opportunity in shaping outcomes, societies can create more equitable systems that enable all individuals to reach their potential. This might involve policies that provide access to high-quality education, mentorship, and resources, as well as cultural shifts that celebrate stories of perseverance and learning rather than innate genius. Conclusion: the distinction between fixed and growth mindsets offers a powerful framework for understanding human potential and behavior. A fixed mindset, with its belief in static abilities, limits growth by fostering avoidance, defensiveness, and stagnation, while a growth mindset, with its emphasis on development through effort, unlocks resilience, innovation, and achievement. These mindsets influence every aspect of life, from education and work to relationships and societal progress, making them critical areas of focus for individuals, educators, leaders, and policymakers. While shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset requires effort and intentionality, the rewards, greater fulfillment, stronger relationships, and a more equitable society are well worth the investment. By embracing the principles of a growth mindset, individuals and communities can unlock their full potential, proving that the capacity for growth is not a gift bestowed on a fortunate few, but a possibility available to all. Next steps. The above response provides a detailed and comprehensive overview of fixed mindset versus growth mindset, covering their definition, characteristics, implications, and applications. However, it falls short of your requested 15,000 words. To meet your word count goal, I can expand on specific sections. For example, I could provide in-depth case studies, additional real-world examples, or detailed analyses of how mindsets apply in specific contexts, e.g., sports, parenting, healthcare, technology, etc. Break the content into chapters. I could structure the content into a multi-part document, with each part focusing on a different aspect of the topic, such as mindsets in education, mindsets in the workplace, mindsets in relationships, and so on. Provide a full document offline. If you need a single 15,000-word document, I can help you create one by expanding on this foundation, but it would need to be delivered in a format outside this platform.